Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. What is up? We've got a lot to cover today. Okay, so I'm sure all of you guys can agree with me. The market looks like trash. It looks awful today. It's looked awful for the past week. And there's many of us right now, we've got our fingers on the trigger and we're ready to click sell, all right? Is it time to click sell? Should we just sell everything, reduce risk, get out of the market right now, and just go on with our lives, live a peaceful, stress-free life? The majority of us act on herd instinct. What is herd instinct? It's behavior where people join groups and follow the actions of others. Many of us think, nah, we don't act on herd instinct. However, a lot of us, we go onto Twitter, we go onto YouTube, we get opinions of other people who seem credible, and then we just take it and we say, yep, this guy said that, so that must be the truth. Now, you and I, we're prone to herd mentality, conforming to the activities and directions of others in multiple ways. From the ways we shop, the ways we dress, to the ways we invest. The fear of missing out on a profitable investment is the driving force behind herd instinct, especially in the wake of good news or after an analyst releases a research note, etc. But this can be a massive mistake. It's human nature to follow the crowd, guys. It just is. Okay, if you think it's not, you are lying to yourself. Investors can be induced into following the herd through buying at the top of a market or jumping ship at a sell-off. Behavioral finance theory attributes this conduct to the natural human tendency to be swayed by societal influences that trigger fear of being alone or the fear of missing out. What is the herd mentality right now, guys? Majority of the herd reckon that ETH is dead. There's a few people that say, nah, it's not dead. Bitcoiners, maxis, whatever. The herd is now starting to say there's going to be no altcoin season. Altcoins will never recover again. It's finished. The top is in. Right when the majority of the market is in fear. You then go and look at it holistically. You look at the total crypto fear and greed index. We're back in fear, guys. We're actually near to lows that we did print at that 45k region. Last month we were at neutral when everyone was like, yeah, everything's okay, before the alts had crashed. Last week we crashed. This week we haven't really picked up anything, and now we're dropping very close to extreme fear. Now, it's not only influencers that do affect this herd mentality, but now it's going to be things like AI agents. I tweeted this out this morning and I said FUD is at a serious high right now. Even AIXBT is calling for an ETH price lower than the bear market. Broden said to me, not going to make it. Right? You got to be careful where you're getting your sources of information from, because someone tweeted it like 30 minutes ago saying, you posted ETH is dead, what about your own token? It then replied, when did I say ETH is dead? Okay, this is where a lot of people come in and they say, AXBT said this. Oh my God, this AI said this and it knows more than humans do. I'm going to act on what this AI said. It doesn't even know when it said ETH was dead. It said ETH was dead 2 hours before this post. On top of this, the largest ETH short positions are being accumulated right now. Traders are betting heavily against ETH. This shows the majority of investors right now are saying ETH has to go down. ETH is definitely going down. I even have my hedge in this. I've hedged it way before this spike, right? I'm assuming that ETH could probably go a little bit lower and that, you know, altcoins could go a little bit lower. What usually happens when the herd is all in on one idea? Well, usually it goes the other way, guys. And right now, you're starting to see people panic selling, panic shorting, doing stupid things with their investments. What they're doing is they're overreacting to basically reduce their losses. Now, panics are often triggered by news events that shake investor confidence. Now, we come over to our chart. I've actually been tracking this one for a while. I'll share this with the members club over the weekend, guys. If you want to be part of it, 50% off at the moment. Look at all the news events that happens at key areas of the cycle, right? Super cycle. Who was here for this at this top, right? We peaked out. We came back down. We then started to print a new high and everybody said, we're going into a super cycle. Bitcoin's probably never going to go down again. We're getting adoption. We then went through a massive bear market. Right here was when we had the FTX collapse. Okay. Right around 15 to 16k. You guys had a good 2 months to be accumulating at the absolute low for Bitcoin. We then had massive rallies up. On the way, we had like little pullbacks of just fear, uncertainty, disbelief. Then we come into the biggest reaccumulation of this cycle so far. You had the Germans selling around this time, the Mt. Gox FUD, who remembers that? We had World War III that was about to occur in October. We then broke out of this. People still can't believe it. Now, we've come back down to around 88k. The US government selling their Bitcoin, even though they didn't sell anything. Right? We've then had rallies out of it. We've come back down. Trump is now introducing tariffs. This is going to really kill crypto. You could even put some of the LA fires in here as well, right? So at the top, usually it's max super cycle, never going down again sentiment. The majority of the sentiment that we've had so far has just been pain, 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 pain. There'll probably be more pain to come along the way as well, guys. Again, for all of you who missed the previous video, I mean, you look at this chart for Bitcoin and then you go to the altcoin chart, and the same way I said to all of you guys when we were like down here between like 60k and 40k, I said this just doesn't look like a top. This looks like a massive flag and people couldn't believe it. Looks exactly the same to me, guys. So we're in like a max fear time right now where the crowd is bearish. And the crowd is saying we need to get out of certain assets. We should just sell off our assets now. That's the number one question I get asked. Should I just sell now and buy lower? I don't do that. I just let it play out. Everybody who starts to do that and messes with their bags now and tries to time the market, that's how you're just asking to get wrecked. So while the general market does look pretty whack right now, guys, and a lot of our altcoins are down 20, 30, 40, 50% from entries that seem like decent prices, if you still have conviction in those coins, you know, you either sit on your hands and do nothing, or you can just choose to try and get your average buy price down, guys. Okay, so I do think we're going to have some chop for the next few weeks. We drew a cycle low at the end of the month. Until that happens, I'm just letting it play out, guys. I'm riding my ETH short. We're going to see if we can get some Bitcoin and ETH longs out at the end of February, which should be really, really good for the general market. And this should just be a time to remind ourselves that when we do have the inevitable reversal back out of here, don't think like the herd and try your best to remove your emotions from the market when your alts do start to rally again. Because many people are now saying, I just want 100% pump now or 50% pump to break even. But I guarantee when they get to break even, they're not going to sell. And they're going to say, well, I'm back at break even now and we must go higher, right? Remember, you must take profits along the way, guys. You guys let me know if you act like the herd. Do you think like the herd? Do you feel like the herd right now? All comments are welcome. We're going to be ramping up the content, guys. We're going to be making sure that we keep track of all the moves that happen over the coming weeks. We're not giving up at the final hurdle, guys. Let me know how you're feeling this Monday. Take a chill pill. Love you guys. I'm seeing you in the next one. Peace.